A lot of you come to our channel to see reviews and how-tos, but today we're going to do something a bit different. What's up, Team Tech Vengers? I have a story that may hopefully inspire you. If you're an artist, an engineer, or even a content creator like myself, there's something in this video for everyone. I recently reconnected with Ravi, an old high school friend of mine who has a unique story about his journey post-high school. His passion for robotics and engineering has nothing to do with what he took in university, but has somehow led him to the point where he's pursuing his dream of building his own robotics company. What he created inspired me, and I know we don't have a massive amount of subscribers that could get his story in the spotlight, but I figured I could help him out in my own little way through this platform on YouTube. And hey, this falls right under our domain of technology, so it might be interesting to some of you. If what you see today inspires you in some sort of way, or you're just interested in seeing more content like this, I encourage you to hit that subscribe button because we will be following Ravi and putting out more videos revolving around the robotics and tech behind his company. But enough from me, I'm gonna let him share his story. Let's go.
My name is Ravi Mani, and I'm the founder of Viggen Robotics. This is the first company I have started, and everything I've worked for up to this point is dedicated to watching it succeed and make a difference in the world around us. My passion for building robots started when I was 5 years old. I was huge into Lego Technic, and Mindstorms. Don't know if you guys remember that. I still build Lego kits to this day. I just love to create and build something from scratch. On my 10th birthday, I rented a movie called Race the Sun with Halle Berry and Jim Belushi. But essentially, the premise revolved around a group of Hawaiian misfits that built a solar car and raced it in the 1990 World Solar Challenge. That movie was a catalyst in my obsession to build and compete in science fairs. And I had this dream, or this vision, that one day I would build a solar car of my own. My initial choice in university was to study engineering, but that didn't pan out. And I ended up taking marketing and communications. However, that didn't stop me from my drive to want to build stuff. While studying at the University of Calgary, I joined their newly formed solar car team. Doing this took me on a journey of building 3 cars, racing others around the world, and ultimately meeting my wife. I'd say not going into engineering took me down a better path. My story obviously doesn't end there. Fortunately for me, not getting an engineering degree didn't stop me from landing various engineering positions after university. It was because I could design and build things that I managed to secure an engineering role at a Calgary oil and gas tech company. I spent 5 years there building oil field automation equipment. Through this company, my boss at the time said that I should volunteer for First Robotics to help young kids pursue a career in technology, and ultimately reigniting my passion for robotics in the process. Then COVID hit. I, along with the rest of the world, watched as this global pandemic brought devastation to the economy, people's health, and our way of living. Early in the days of COVID, I had to go on a work trip. I came back feeling ill and was told to self-isolate until I received results from my screening test. During isolation, I watched my wife wipe down every surface I touched with disinfectant to protect not only us, but our newborn son, who was still developing his young immune system. As I watched her wipe the surfaces, I was thinking to myself, there has got to be a better way to do this, and possibly even automate it. I'd say this was the conception or beginning of Viggen Robotics. I began to cobble parts together from various sources to bring my ideas to life, such as secondhand RC cars, stuff from my parts bin, and even 3D printing certain components. I managed to get a prototype built of the first product to come out of my little company, the Viggen Jet Wash. I built upon that prototype and had to do multiple redesigns as the laws of physics kicked in, but after 6 variations, I had an MVP, a minimal viable product that I can showcase to potential investors. So where are we going from here? I'm slowly learning the ins and outs of running my own company. I wear many hats at the moment. I lead R&D, business development, marketing, financials, product design, just to name a few. I'm doing whatever it takes to get Viggen Robotics on Calgary's radar to see how we can make a difference in our city. Through the development of Viggen Jet Wash and feedback we receive from people who've seen it in action, we're now developing our more robust multi-use platform called Zeus, which will be built from the ground up and have the capacity to carry large payloads and equipment. It's inspired by our original Viggen Jet Wash, but will be able to carry heavier loads and yet maintain a small form factor, allowing it to be used on public transit systems and aircraft aisles, for example. But for me, I want to be an inspiration to not only my son, but to kids around the world. I want them to know you don't have to have a specific type of education or background or work for a company that specializes in your craft in order to follow your dreams. If you have a passion for something that can make a difference in this world, go out there and pursue it. I think the one message I want to leave for anyone watching this video would be, it isn't too late to use your talents to make a lasting positive impact. You will fail a bunch of times, but when you finally achieve what you set out to do, it'll be worth it. If you want to learn more about Viggen Robotics and what we have in store, I'll leave a link in the description below. Thank you for hearing my story. Now let's go out there and build something.